Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It is Saturday. Happy Saturday, the 23rd of November. And this is the painting of the day. I'm Linda Fabry. I'm an intuitive artist and I use art to connect with my divine source and bring forward messages. I do private readings and make oracle cards and things like that. The calendar is a daily collective reading. It's also kind of like an art journal in a way. So the way it's going to work is I will have people choose colors. I have a bunch of paints and they have numbers on them. So when you're watching live, you can pick a number between 1 and 40, and that'll give us our background colors. And then I'll kind of make like an ink blot or like a blob of paint color. And then I just develop the images that we see in it. And then when the image is finished, I go through and I analyze it and read it as a message for the day ahead. So here's yesterday's. We had like a little unicorn dancing and a boar saying Hakuna Matata and a dandelion. So there's like wishes and things like that. It's a couple from last week here. And then I do sometimes do like a scribble. So that's what this one is here, where I scribbled and then, sorry, my phone gets very confused when I want to zoom in and out. But so I'll scribble here, and I might do that today because somebody had requested it, but maybe I'll do it on a separate work of art later. So let's see, because I'm feeling color today. How about you? So if you're watching and you want to pick a number, or if you want to pick a color, you can pick a number between 1 and 40. And we'll get going. I gotta move some things. Hey, Tessa, good morning. Number 4, you got it. And that means we will have 4 colors today. 4 is 2 blue. Oh, that's a nice one. It's giving me a hard time about the angle. There we go. All right. Yeah, so if you're just tuning in and you would like to pick a color, you can pick a number between 1 and 40. Get some lighting here. Yeah, blue. 2 blue. It's a good one. I love like a cobalt. I'm going to pick one today because this is just catching my eye and I'm really loving this light purple. So we're going to throw that one in too. What is that? Wisteria. 2 blue and wisteria. So if you're just tuning in and you'd like to pick a color, we can get 2 more on there. The next 2 colors that are picked, just pick a number between 1 and 40. I'm getting used to this platform. Oh yeah, that dragonfly. Where's the dragonfly? Me 489. It's got to be between the numbers 1 and 40. So anything between 1 and 40. So like these, so they go, I've got 40, but I don't have 48. It does look like 48 though, doesn't it? I've got 48. So you can pick, let's see, we've got, I can wait. I'm drinking my coffee. I got my coffee in my art calendar mug. This is funny. This reminds me of when I first started going live on the other platform too, because it's just like sitting and waiting. And now everybody knows to show up. So we'll get there with this one too. So if anybody wants to pick a color, you just pick a number. Type in a number between 1 and 40. All the paints have numbers on them like these. That way the colors are kind of random. I see your 22. I'm waiting just to see what happens. Hey, Jenny. All right, 37. I would totally go with 22 also. If it 37 is nice bright green. I love it. Parakeet is what it's called. All right. Thank you, Jenny. So one more color if anybody wants to pick a number. No, I hear you. So because Tessa picked 4, that's how I decide that there's going to be 4 of them. Carter, all right, there's that 22. Thanks, Carter. All right, and that's a soft pink, this cameo pink that actually showed up yesterday. Over here, that's I think the same one, and then it showed up over here too. So that'll be nice to see how that makes its presence known. Thank you everyone for choosing colors. All right, so I'm going to get started. So just a reminder, the intention for today's reading is to just, what do we need to know for the day ahead? What do we need to know for the day ahead? And let me get my other camera set up here. So if you're new here, I'm going to pour these paints on the square and then paint what I see in it. I'm also recording on another phone, so. Oh, diagonally. I thought you were saying dragonfly. I read diagonally as dragonfly. That's why I was like, where's the dragonfly? Okay. Haven't had a full cup of coffee yet. Working on it. Yeah, that blue is very much like that. And then we've got this green here too. I think 8 was next. And here's 22. Oh, it made a little heart. Okay. I'm also a little discombobulated because I'm like decorating for winter, and so I have a bunch of stuff around me, and when there's a bunch of clutter and stuff around me, it seeps into my brain. It's very weird. All right. green is just like the ones from the other. I really like this part. Let's see if it stays though. It's like purple water. No, good morning. I do have a mug heater. My son gave it to me for like a gift for something because whoops, because you know how it is. You make a cup of coffee or tea and then start making art and forget about your coffee. I'm sure any artist would know that. Or is it just me? I was thinking too, there's like a pink magical, like I was thinking dragon or something coming out of the water here. Yeah. How are you today, Noel? I'm so happy to see you here. Okay, I'm going to get a photo here. I do my thing with posting a photo, and yeah, feel free to let me know what you're seeing in it. Try to get you a little closer. Oops, not that close, but hey, look at that little person. Okay. Sorry for all the movement. You see the dragon too, Johnny? Awesome. Yeah, it's even got like this clear eye right here, which I think is like, I don't know. I thought maybe it was like a little chunk of paint, which I usually interpret as like a block that then I can remove it and it kind of, so that could have been part of that too. Right. For those of you who are new to me, right at this point, I am just capturing a photo and editing it a little bit so that and then I'm going to post it so that people can kind of play along with us. Get that like before and after. I like that it kind of blended into the one above it too. There we go. Pink bowl. Yeah. I see it. Are the horns like right here? Maybe it's the like warthog from yesterday. The boar, but in the water now. And when I look at it like that, I see like another little like like a sitting little monkey or something up here. Oh, I could see a horn coming this way too. Like it's just the head of the bull with the eye. Jinx. Okay, what was I doing? I'm distracted. Okay, gonna get this posted so that people can play. Did you all see the link that I put out? Or did you get the email? Like, how did you know to come here? I'm trying to figure out the best way to notify people. Mm. You got the Facebook post. Nice. All right. I wasn't sure they would show anybody a link to YouTube. That's great. All right. I'm going to go with this like long necked dragon or something up here. I really dig, like, really seeing that. So I'm going to start there. Oops. You got the email, Jenny. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, you see that eye, right? I keep bumping my camera. I'll do a scribble. Yeah, it was you that was asking about the scribble, huh, Kaylee? I was thinking about doing it, but I will do another one. Maybe when we'll see if I have time when I'm done here. I feel like it's got like a. Kind of serpenty. Does anybody know of the books from the 80s? They were the serendipity books. They had like these really cool little characters, and one of them was named Serendipity, and it was like a little sea monster, I think. And it kind of reminds me of this. Scales. I do scales. Yeah. I'm not sure about this like green area, if this is like part of its body or if there's gonna be maybe stuff growing around it. I'm not sure. And then over here, is this like a little hand? Does it have a little hand coming up? Nessie's girlfriend, yeah. So like, or maybe are there two of them? Because I feel like there's maybe a little bit of a separation here. And then this one's got a, hmm. I'm gonna make a little hand there. Oh my god, dude, if you say scribble in real time one more time, I'm gonna have to block you because that's just rude. Alright. How do you block people here? That's ridiculous. Oh, I can put you in a timeout. I'm just gonna put you in a timeout because, like, I get it. You want to see that, but I'm not doing it right now. Okay. That's weird. I'm sorry. All right. Let's do another arm over here. Hmm. Yeah, what's going on here? I do kind of feel like there's a little something. Is this another dragon or is this like its body? Because I could see where there'd be like tail and maybe a wing or something, but I'm also kind of feeling like another being right there. You see a pig? Me too. Like there's a little pig nose or something. All right, let's go over here and see what happens. Hmm. Although I also kind of see like there's like a knee or something like it. No, I think it's got a friend. Let's see. Oops. I moved to get this out of frame. There we go. This reminds me of Monsters Inc. Actually, this being like that slithery little lizard guy. horn. I was going to do an ear, but then I decided I'm going to do a horn. I'll do ears too. It's got a little bit of like a seahorse nose. It's reminding me of. Hey Murray. Yeah, I try to go live every day in the morning. This is morning for me anyway. So I do like a daily painting on my calendar, and I try to do it live when I can. I wonder if this is kind of like a seahorse or something. Little monsters. I don't know what they are, but they're fun little monsters. See a teeny tiny little lotus or something right there. Do you see that? Do some more. I wonder what, see this part of the arm up here? I feel like there's, like they're holding something or bringing something. I'm going to do some highlights here. I like their little scales. So what do you think he's holding? Do you think it's like just seaweed or something? take that 37. Maybe it's like maybe they're decorating. That's what I'm going to do today is decorate put up my winter decorations. What's this little thing down here? Any suggestions for this? Is this like a little being? Kind of looks like it. So what do you all have planned for your weekend? Anybody else doing some decorating or cleaning type stuff? Homemaking? Let's bring it up to join that 3 up here. I do feel like maybe they're doing a practical joke too, in a way. They kind of look mischievous. Hey, Sam. I don't know if can y'all hear me okay? Sometimes I'm just quiet for a little bit, so. Oh, well, good. Yeah, you think it's a little friend down here? I think it could be. Let's do that. Move this a little bit. Maybe he's pointing to like, hey, can you move that over there? kind of a froggy like being. I'm not sure. How you doing today, Sam? Okay. Oh, was that you? Okay. I did see your email. I'm glad to see you back. I'm just going to refer to people as whatever their screen name is here. I'm going to put some little water lines in here. Oh, it is like the beings from above, isn't it? Like kind of little elementals or something. Right. That feels pretty complete, except for this one little thing here. Like it's like a little bug or something. There we go. Yeah, YouTube does keep copies of the live stream, so you'll be able to watch the replays. That's why I decided to come here instead of on TikTok, because it's harder to watch replays over there. I'll probably do like simulcast at some point. But, add a little white. I feel like this guy's doing a little dance too. Okay, there we go. Let me finish my video, then we'll do the reading. So cute. All right. I'm going to move the camera around a little bit. Just a heads up. I give you the close-up view of each one. I kind of feel like they're helping this one move or something like that. Like, hey, can you do this thing over here? Untangle this, whatever. what I like to do when people get readings from me, I often suggest, um, like when they get their painting, to kind of do this exercise in a journal and say, okay, if this is a snapshot of a scene, what happened before? And then if it could become animated, like what happens next? So I'll ask you all, like, what happens next? Like, if they all came to life and started moving, what do you think is happening here in this scene? Or what happened right before it? I like that there's a connection to the one yesterday. It feels like very similar energies of like friendship or like connections between our internal and external selves. Kind of, I think there's a part of us that's kind of moving into becoming a little bit more extroverted. So we're kind of like pulling from the internal to the external today a little bit. I feel like they're part of that scene from last week too, for sure. Um, but like pulling from it, I have this sensation of taking. So for me, if I'm looking at this and the next thing that, or like what happens next, is that they kind of untangle whatever is over here and sort it out into the external. They bring it, I feel like they're helping this one kind of either decorate or build or repair or something with the heart, because it's green. I feel like it's some kind of um, like repairing or something. And up here, um, it feels like from last week, in the past week, I think we've done some healing and sorting things out. There's this sensation of like sorting things out. I'm looking at this and it's reminding me of like um, when I would go fishing and I would always be the one to untangle the lines. So I happen to have patience for that sort of thing. So there's a part of, so like as a personal interpretation, it would be that part of me that doesn't mind sitting and focusing and on something to untangle lines of something. This other part is just happy to be along for the ride kind of thing. They're in the water, which is like in the emotions. So it feels like kind of cleaning and sorting things out. Um, there's like creatures great and small. There's this little tiny bug. There's all kinds of different ways that we're showing up today, all the different parts of self. But it's definitely set in emotion and kind of, yeah, heart. I feel like this is a bridge too. Like, so maybe building connections, building a bridge. If we look at the top and bottom, this is what we're aware of. We may only be aware of one aspect of self with the eyes open, but not quite aware of these other little smaller parts of self where there's the ability to kind of take joy in the process, and the almost like this one almost looks like it's playing a violin. So it's like maybe there's a part of us bringing in some of that kind of thing. There's a little bit of dancing in the last one, so music might be a part of the day, but those little parts of self that are kind of either like rooting us on or just being with us and directing us, maybe. But yeah, I love the idea of this as a bridge to Tessa saying bridging the external and internal. I definitely feel that. Yeah. You see that little violin too? So they're like kind of, giving some music to like whistle while you work kind of energy there too, and a little help from your friends. That was coming up a lot while I was painting. So yeah, there's like this kind of communal feeling. You don't have to do it all alone. Where are my cards? Here we go. Let's pull a card to see what else. I'm gonna lift this up a little bit. So if you're new here, this is my deck of cards. I make these. There's a bunch of different decks together. I want to mention this one that I just, Dragon Tales, I love it, that I just cut to. I'm going to invite you all to take a deep breath because it does feel like connected to this water. So let's just do that real quick. Things do feel intense and overwhelming, right? And we have such a great resource, which is in our breath. So don't forget to breathe today. Just take a few deep breaths. Nalani, hey, good to see you. All right, couple deep breaths. And let's see what else it wants to say. So it's all about bringing friendship together, working together, communal, kind of, and I like the music aspect too. All right. And harmonize, that's a musical thing, and it with the horns, we've got these horns going on that are showing up here too. Harmonize your world as within, so without. So that's like that internal and external, like bridging the internal and external experience. As within, so without. You cast the reflections you see. That means everything that we're experiencing externally is a reflection, is a mirror of what's going on internally. Or at least how we perceive it reflects back to us, you know. So I may not be driving the car that passes my house, but how I interpret that car is a reflection of what's going on inside me, right? So stand strong with grace. Find your place in the balance between your fire and fragility. So like your action and strength and those kinds of things, and your playfulness and your seriousness and your joyfulness and your heart, like find your balance in all of that, so that what's reflected back to you is a harmonized experience. Yeah. So here's a closer. I love this one because I'm an Aries Ram, and this card just makes me happy, and it matches my nail polish. So this image is available on my website in case anybody really feels connected to it. I isolated just this part so you can get it as like a sticker and stuff too. So harmonize your world. What's going on internally? So we're bridging the internal and external experience. So yeah, Tessa, you're going to go connect with like minds. That's awesome. That's right. I remember that your mom was a Ram too, Nalani. That's awesome. Yeah, that's why you had that blue, Tessa, huh? That's fantastic. So today, yeah, when I see violins and stuff like that, I love to get a little closer to these little friends. I think of like heartstrings, things like that. So if anybody would like your own card, you have a question, feel free to ask in the comments. Hey man, those things are important when stuff matches my nail polish. So yeah, definitely you can ask any question you want. I reserve the right to refuse if I don't want to answer it. So don't worry about asking something that's not I don't qualify them before you ask them. Or you could just say general too. So I'll pull a card for you. So let me know. So Tessa's up first. Card for advice for my small business. All right. The time is now. Let me just say that. Like, your timing's fine. Let's get a little specific. Smoke signals. So in relation to your small business, Tessa, clear communication with others begins with clarity and acceptance of self. Your words may not translate exactly, but your message of love always comes through. So in your messaging and your marketing and your communication, and as you're talking about your business, you may not have like all the words right yet, like as you're developing, right? But your passion for it is what's going to come through. As long as you're really clear with yourself, like what your mission is, that's going to come through, right? So don't worry too much about you're going to adjust as you go. So don't let it stop you from sharing. If you don't have like all your branding together, like all that stuff, just start sharing it because the excitement for it and your love is going to come through. All right. Oh, her picture's been falling. Oh my goodness. Okay, so Nalani, this one is going to be related to any messages that are coming from your mom. Wildflower. I'm hearing Tom Petty too. You belong among the wildflowers. Trust in your natural abilities. Access your innate capacity for healing for yourself and others by simply being you. So yeah, that feels like really strong. Just be you, Nalani. Just you, have it. Oh, Betty's a beautiful name. I had a neighbor named Betty who I loved. Trust in your natural abilities. Yeah, trust yourself. Trust yourself. That feels like a strong message. All right, general card for Jenny. This one's for you, Jenny. Comfort zone. Love where you are. Be thankful for all the things that bring you surety and ease, and begin from that safe space to expand the limits of your creativity. So people love to say, like, get out of your comfort zone, but you have to actually be in a comfort zone first in order to push those boundaries. So work on the comfort part. And then as you get really comfortable, it's just like art or whatever, like whatever your craft is, whatever your skills are, develop them to the point where you're very comfortable with them. Then you can push out of that. All right. You're welcome, Marie. Thanks for being here. All right. Christmas visits. So this one's for Noel. Nolan. Sorry. Used to call you Noel. So Christmas visit. Fill your cup. Open yourself up. Embrace possibility and savor the delights of life. Don't decide how it's going to go before they're there, so your family's coming to you and visiting for Christmas. That's awesome. So yeah, open yourself up and embrace all the possibilities of how that is, and so much joy is potential, and just really savor in the delights of the visit. There's all these little things but overall, it's the biggest message feels like to stay open. All right, Sam, question: what to know about organizing? All right, self-reflection. When you reach out from the depths of your soul or peer into the mirror of wonder and curiosity, what returns is not merely an echo of self, but a calling. The divine is always returning our gaze, yet we often dismiss it as our own reflection. So, as you're organizing the next few weeks, let yourself kind of go with your own flow. Let yourself be led in directions don't force yourself to, organizing can be a big task depending on what you're organizing, but let yourself be led. And don't, if you feel an impulse to I'm going to start on something before you've finished something, don't think it's just like your boredom or whatever, you know what I mean? That could be your intuition and your connection to the divine leading you in the direction that's going to be most effective. So don't dismiss those things. I hope that's helpful. I love that she's been telling you to trust your intuition. That's fantastic. All right. Last call for anybody who wants a card. I'm also going to pull this one as just for anybody watching who is less than comfortable asking for a card, or anybody watching a replay this long. You can call it ADHD. I call it divine guidance. Either way. There we go. All right. Lots of these mandala series cards today. I love it. So when I see these come up a lot, so the circles tend to represent self and wholeness. And so I'm seeing it on today's card too, which isn't from the mandala series, but so circles tend to represent self and wholeness, and kind of the journey to figure ourselves out separate from our relationships and others. So definitely something that's going on. It feels like it's in the air today. And so this is a general for anybody watching, just collectively. Be aware of the physical items you use every day. They retain the energy of your intentions. So whatever you do, do it with love, and you will imbue your entire life with magic. Yeah. So reframing is a very, yeah, it can be, and that's what we're talking about here is like whatever we're seeing. So we're looking at our kind of squirrely tendencies to jump from one activity to a next, and we can look at that and say like, oh, I'm so flighty, or we can look at it and say, huh, I'm really going with my own flow. I'm really following my intuition. Um, and so, yeah, we could call it ADHD, which it may be, but that shows up in very in clinical pathological ways that affect us negatively. But if it's serving us in some way, we can reframe it to say like, oh, I'm in touch with my attention, and where my attention goes, my energy flows. And so that feels like something that's happening today too. So we can focus and get things done. But everything, whatever we give our attention to, if we give it with love, then it's going to reflect back to us love. So yeah. Let your life be magical. That was kind of yesterday's too, was kind of this Hakuna Matata, like dance with thing. I love that dancing unicorn from yesterday. I feel like we've got more characters that are just fun and want to kind of flow with things after some, coming out of some difficult emotional stuff. We're still in the emotions, but we're really kind of flowing with it, right? All right. I hope that was helpful for everybody. And I thank you so much for joining me this morning. And I hope you have a great day. Just a reminder, if anybody wants to book a session, you can find that on my website. Or if you want any of these cards or images, and if you have any trouble finding anything, just let me know. And I will see you next time. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye. I don't know how to end. There we go. I always do this.